Hi everyone, it's Honey Lou. I have a really beautiful deck I want to share with you guys. So I just got this in the mail yesterday, Circle of Doors Tarot. It is by Staveley and Jill Sutherland and written by Brian Duffy. So the Circle of Doors is a project that they do at festivals. So the Burning Man festivals, you can see it's like this wheel. You could also go on their Instagram. I will link it down below, and they will have pictures and more about this Circle of Doors. So there's 22 doors, and then you can go through a door, and then that's the door you walk through, which the door has a major arcana card on there, and it's big and beautiful. And then you can hang out. There's like these fire and really neat. Also, this deck is about the same size as the Telesma Tarot. The Telesma Tarot is slightly larger. So you see that. Yeah, just slightly. And beautiful linen cardstock. What did I do? Okay, hold on. I had this in order. I worked with it a little bit. So nice linen cardstock. There's gilded edges. Feels really good in my hands. I love the little color in the wheel. Or this is like a little ritual circle with like shells, bottles, candles. But this is one thing I really love about this deck is how there's like this color, little spots of color with the numbering and the title, also the border. And it's funny because I was working with the Hermetic Tarot, and the Hermetic Tarot is black and white. And I always thought it would be really cool to see a black and white deck with a colored back. And this deck is totally it. So it was totally matching the vibe I was craving, I guess. But I originally saw this deck on Natalia's channel, Tarot Shrink, and then I saw it on Kesha at Tarot Maps. And after that, I had to buy one. So this is the first edition of the 78 card deck. I believe like maybe in 2009 there was a 22 majors only deck out. So this is the finished project of the first edition of the 78 card, which is really cool. So this deck is a photography deck. It's an all women cast, and it is done with multiple exposures, which is really cool. And one thing I really love about this deck too is it's really easy to tell what card is which without looking at the numbers or the titles. Also, it has some name changes. You could see right here the priestess. Also, this is Thoth numbering. I love that the Empress is the goddess. The Emperor is the matriarch. The Hierophant is the witch, which I really love. This deck is black and white, but all I see is color. That's all I could say about this deck. It's so colorful in my mind, I guess. These must be the artists who created this deck, the Soul Sisters, the Lovers. I love that. It's very powerful. The Chariot is one of my favorite cards too. I really love that. Justice, gorgeous. And you could see the symbology everywhere. The Hermit, I love that. Wheel of Fortune. Strength. Hanged One. Beautiful eyes. Death. This is one of my favorite cards. Temperance, I love that Temperance card. Devil, I think that's very neat. The Tower. This is totally the Tower. This really feels like a tower with her face, her expression. There's also a tower behind her. The Star is very beautiful. The Moon. I love that. The Sun is my favorite card. You see the sunflowers. There's a girl there. There's a girl there with a horse. The sunrise. It's gorgeous. The Aeon. Or Aeon. Universe. I love the universe. She looks very witchy. And so the keys are the wands. One thing I love about this guidebook too, it's a pretty nice thick guidebook, and it's in color. So I like how the Fool, it says trust your journey. Musician, all you see is magic. And then there's like affirmations. Priestess, wisdom knows mystery by heart. Matriarch, empower your world. Lovers, dualities dance, embrace one love. I love that. Embracing one love. Chariot, drive your destiny. Hermit, unhide the wilderness inside. Wheel of Fortune, risk knowing your fortune. It's always your turn. I love that. Hanged One, reverse the call. Death, let it end so you can begin. That's brilliant. Temperance, make an art of living by your own design. Devil, discover yourself in the rabbit hole. Tower, break down insight breakthroughs. I love that. Star, who you are not to shine. Question mark. I love that. Sun, open your source and waken your world. Or waken the world, right? Yeah. Open your source and waken the world. My favorite. Take karma into your own hands. Universe, nothing is everything. I love that. That is so thought-provoking. Okay. So yeah, the keys are changed to wands, and then very beautiful. I love the Four of Keys. There's like a little girl in the circle of doors. My stomach is growling. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. I like the keywords too. It's struggle, triumph, Six of Keys. One thing else I really love about this deck too is the diversity in age, also in color, heritage, everything. And I love that this deck is a very mature deck. It just feels like a lot of wisdom, very real, and very magical. I love the Nine of Keys, possibilities. That's so different. She's holding cards with a candle, and I would never think of that as possibilities. But I like that. Ten of Keys, burnout. So the madams, the pages are switched, or the princess are madams, the seeker. Mother is the knight, or the prince, teacher. Love that. Mega of Keys, rebel. Mega, I never heard of that. The one thing that comes to mind is Make America Great Again with Donald Trump. I need to search what mega means. That's cool though. Crone of Keys, I love the crone. Visionary. So cups are cups. I love the ecstasy, the purest form of love. Two of Cups, connection. Three of Cups, one of my other favorite cards is Coven. That's nice. Four of Cups. Five of Cups. Six of Cups. I love that. Seven of Cups, fantasy. You can see that. Eight of Cups, moving on. This is one of my favorite cards too. The Nine of Cups, ritual. That's so cool. It's so pretty. And it's so colorful. It really is. Ten of Cups, peace. So Madam, dreamer. I love that. Mother of Cups, giver. Mega of Cups, poet. Crone of Cups, healer. I love that. Okay, so the knives are the swords. Knowledge. Two of Knives, choice. Three of Knives, dark mood. Four of Knives, stillness. Five of Knives, a hollow victory. Six of Knives, new chapter. Seven of Knives, cleverness. Eight of Knives, rumination. Nine of Knives, despair. I love this card. So it's like a girl with the feathers. There's so much to look at. There's so much things to jump off at too. I love this. Madam of Knives, challenger. Love that. Mother of Knives, protector. Mega of Knives, Heroine. Love that. Crone of Knives, Scholar. Ace of Shells is Pentacles, Prosperity. So usually you would see like pentacles as even crystals, but I like that they picked shells. Harmony. Three of Shells, I love that. They're all connected. That's cool. They're working together. Ooh, I never even noticed this part. That's really neat. And I like their tattoos. That's cool. Four of Shells, Security. Five of Shells, Hunger. That's totally me right now. I'm hungry. Six of Shells, Gratitude. Love that. One of my other favorite cards is the Seven of Shells, Patience. I love the Seven of Shells as more of patience than failure, you know, because it's more of looking at the brighter side, or because usually when you're in like a negative space, it's always good to, for me anyways, it's always good to bring myself back up. It's always to look at the positive or the patience, to wait it out, because it's always temporary feelings and it's never really a failure because you're always learning. Eight of Shells, Mastery. Nine of Shells, another favorite card, Arrival. I love how bohemian she looks with the flowers in her hair. The shells look perfect. Ten of Shells, Legacy. I love that. Madam of Shells, Liberator. Ooh, there's so much. You see there's a girl at the beach. I love her face. There's more shells all around. Water. Mother of Shells, Provider. Love that. Mega of Shells, Believer. This is one of my favorite cards too. And the Crone of Shells, Keeper. So that is the deck. What else did I want to talk about? I wrote some notes. I think that's it pretty much. Yeah, this is there's only 1,000 copies of the first edition, so if you like this deck, I would definitely try to snatch it up. It cost me $76 free shipping, and I got it literally in 2 days. But this deck shuffles like a dream. You could shuffle it either way because it's linen, so it's nice and flexible. But let's check out some pairings. Okay, so I got my Thoth here. I want to check out the pairings that I would usually probably try to work with. So here is the greenie, which I like. I think they both complement each other really well, even though they're both different art styles. But yeah, very nice. I love that. So these work. And another deck that I was thinking about that I think would really work is the old Thoth, the Box B. Ooh, my charger, my bad. Let me stick it back on there. I haven't worked with this deck really that much, but for some reason I am feeling called to try these two together. Which I think they look really good so far. I love that. Very cool. And this deck feels like a very ancient deck, like it feels very vintage in a way. So I think with vintage decks it would work really well with. It's just something about it. Also, I think the Crone Stones would be a really compatible match with this deck. So these stones by Carolee Campbell, I think they would probably be very potent together. Okay, let's do a couple more. And some decks that I'm planning to work with this month, and I've already started to work with them, is the Carol Herzer decks, the glitter ones, because they feel very Christmassy for me. And they're very sparkly. And they look beautiful with Christmas lights. I was trying to think of like a Christmas deck to work with, and I was like, I don't really have that much Christmas decks. I have one Christmas Oracle. And I was like, but then I started to think, I was like, what about a Christmas deck? And I was having this feeling of playing with these decks. I was like, I haven't worked with these decks in a little bit, so maybe I'll pull them out. And they work. I was like, okay, no, I already have my Christmas decks. Although they're not very Christmas themed like, but they have that Christmas spirit. And I think these decks really work well together. Love that. Yeah, so this deck seems like it's working for other styles of decks. Also, look at the 7/7. And this deck is a really hard deck to pair with other decks too, which is really cool. Also, some black and white decks don't really work well with pairing either. Let's try the Hermetic Tarot. I think this looks nice too. Yeah, I just pair tarot and tarot together. I don't really have that much oracles. Usually when I get oracles, I kind of rehome them, it seems like, but it's just not my time yet for oracles. But I do love to pair other tarot and tarot together. And I think this looks great. Another thing I wanted to try out, I saw on Kesha Tarot Map, she posted a video with this deck and doing pairings, and I think the Dusk Onyx one was my favorite one, so I want to see how it looks with this deck in person. I thought they were perfect, especially with the coloring on here, and like the backs really look good together too. I love this Queen Mother, the Empress. And they both have that gold foiling. This has like spot gloss as well. So, yeah, I think these are cool. And usually I won't pair dark decks with dark decks because I'm all about that color, you know, but this has pops of color. This has pops of color. And I feel like, yeah, I'm always trying to find some kind of unique pairing. But these work really well. Very beautiful. Okay, and then Telesma Tarot I want to try out since they're both pretty much the same size. Ooh, I think this is going to work. Especially with that black border, they have that gold foiling, and the backs. No, the backs don't really work, but I think these complement each other really well. Also, I feel like this deck really tones down this deck. It's like more peaceful. I don't know. It's just like there's something very chaotic about this deck, but it's very peaceful. Like you want to take your time with this deck, which is really cool to have that reaction to a deck like this. Oh, I love that. That's great. Ooh, I think this is one of my favorites. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that. And let's try. I've been working with this deck quite a bit. This is my Majors Only deck by Cartogram. Yeah, I like it. Ooh, I love that. Love that. Very nice. So cool. Okay. And then, since the collage is working, let's try the Voyager Tarot. Which I think looks really cool already. Let's put some down. There you go. Very nice. Ooh, I love it. Love it. Wow. Keeper, Success, Allen. Nice. Okay. Another deck. So the Medicine Woman, the black and white version, is actually pretty hard to pair. Let's try it out. So far this deck seems like a deck that pairs well with pretty much anything. So it has a lot of diversity with that if you are a pairer. Ooh, I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot. It feels very colorful, although it's black and white, but it's so colorful. I don't know. It's just this weird sensation I have about it, and like it's very sacred feeling. Yeah, I think that works. Beautiful. Okay, and let's see. I bet the Let's try The Heart's Eye Oracle by Olivia Rose. This is a different art style, but I think it might work. Let's see. I think it's really cool. I think they complement each other as well. One thing I love about Olivia Rose is she's really good with color. Like, she's able to add colors that are not supposed to kind of blend well together, but she makes it really blend well. Like, it's not muddy, but it's like this mossy feel, which is really cool. Yeah, these decks work. It's very peaceful to see in person. And another deck that is a Christmas deck for me is this Carol Herzer Starlight Tarot. I want to try these out because the Starlight Tarot is actually another deck that has a hard time pairing, but let's see if these two work. Yeah, I think that's cool. I like that. And let's try the Spolia Tarot. I think this works as well. Crow's Magic I know would work for sure, I bet. Yeah, I think that works. Let's try the Wee Moon Tarot. This is a Fenneman deck, so I think that would be cool. I've been seeing on people's Instagram too, with people doing pairings, and it seems like a fun deck to pair with other decks. That's one thing I really love about this deck too, is that there's so much you could do with it, and you can have fun with it, and it doesn't have to be serious. It could just be for fun, and it gives you more time to work with other decks as well. If you're a person that likes to use more decks, it's perfect for that. And it seems like a very strong deck to work on its own. Okay, I think this will be the last one I want to do, is Tarot as Color here. I think this would be fun. Yeah. Very artsy, feels very fine art feel to it. I like that. It's cool. This deck pairs well with everything too. Wait, one more. Since I thought of fine art, I want to try the Tabula Mundane, because this deck is very fine art feel. And then we got two of these decks, so might as well. And then we'll be done. Oh yeah, this looks cool. Love it. Love it. Okay, I think that's it. Alright guys and ladies, thank you guys for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe. I think this deck is very profound. I wanted to grab it before it went out of stock, so if you guys like it, I would recommend snatching it up because I think it's very profound. Also, the guidebook is very profound. So thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.